Ered. I'm a real estate broker at Elite Residential Realty, and today I want to introduce Neta Dadon to you. And Neta, tell us a little bit about yourself. How many years have you been in real estate?
So I've been in the real estate industry since 2008. I actually graduated in 2008 from college, and how I got into it is I couldn't find a job. I didn't study real estate. I studied managerial finance, and I went to a random dinner with people I never met, and one of the girls at the dinner was saying how they're hiring, and I said, great, I'm looking for a job, and she's like, great, you have an interview tomorrow. And by the time I got to the interview, they actually already hired a girl, but we really clicked at the interview, so they ended up hiring me and the other girl, and they ended up firing her after 2 weeks, and it was a property management company. So I ended up working there for 6 years until I had my kids, my eldest who's now 5, and at that point I didn't go back because it was all the way in Bel Air, and that's when I got my license, and it's all history.
Great. You did something interesting in college. Tell us what it is.
What did I do? What do you mean? I told you I did something interesting?
Yes.
Oh, cheerleading.
Where were you cheerleading?
I was like, I did a lot of interesting things.
The ones you can tell us.
Yeah, that's what I was like, did you see something? Yeah, I went to college for cheerleading, but I didn't last too long because they wanted to put me up in the air and throw me and toss me, and it wasn't my thing. I liked tumbling more, which is gymnastics, so that was when I called it quits.
Where was it?
In Long Beach State.
Okay, great. So you're married.
Yes.
You said you have a son who is 5.
Yes.
Do you have other kids?
I have a son that's 5, another one that's 4. They're 13 months apart.
Wow.
And I have a 1.5-year-old daughter.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What do you like to do the most in your spare time? If there's even any with 3 kids and a business.
Girls' night dinner. We try to do at least once a week. We usually tend to do twice a week, me and my friends. And I have different groups I go out with. So I really try to socialize. That's my break from the kids. And from real estate, even though I'm always a mom and I'm always an agent, so even when I'm at these dinners, it always comes up, you know?
Yes, yes. That's great. What's the last movie you saw?
Oh my God, I don't know the name. It was
A kids movie?
No, so it wasn't. But actually, funny thing is, I've never done that before. I called my friend one night for a girls' night, and we said, let's just go to a movie. We haven't been like 6 months, and we just went to the theater. We got a movie. We're the only ones in the movie theater, and it was right here in Westlake at the Cinepolis. And we're like, we're in a movie theater. She's actually pregnant, so we're like, let's order almost everything off the menu. We got all this food, and the guy's like, wow, I'm so glad I'm doing business tonight. We're like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, this movie is about dieting. But I don't remember the name of the movie because it was like a spur of the moment. Whatever.
That's funny. What's the last book you read?
Oh. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
What music do you have on your playlist?
Kids music? I don't really have playlists, to be honest.
Okay. Who's your role model?
I have many role models. It's kind of hard.
I
guess it's like, it depends what part of my life. I have different role models.
Business-wise?
You. Business-wise.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know. Like, I mean, for business, it's you. For daycare, or with my kids, anything, I ask the daycare provider. So I have many different role models. There's not one I can name. Yeah.
That's great. Where do you like to shop for clothes?
TJ Maxx. I like Zara and Nordstrom's.
Okay. Who's the most interesting person you know?
Interesting. Dave.
What a great answer. You want to
think
tell us who Dave is?
Dave is my partner. Yes. One of the very first videos I have without Dave by my side. He wears a lot of different hats. Once you get to meet Dave and talk about his past, you get to know like where he came from, and you're like, whoa, he just knows so much. So it's very interesting.
That's great. I love Dave too. Where's the most interesting place you went on vacation?
Most interesting, Thailand.
Mm.
I guess it's most different. It's not like
What was so interesting about it?
it just kind of depends where you go. So like in the north, it's like you do jeep rides and just it looks different. And then when you go to the south, it's more islands. So it seems like you're in two different places while you're just in Thailand all
When
at the
did
same
you
time.
go?
Well, I went for my honeymoon.
Ah,
So
that's great. Share a little bit about real estate. So what was like the most interesting or random or strange experience you had in real estate?
I think it's always random because, like I'm saying, I go on these dinners, and almost every single time I go to a dinner, especially if it involves somebody new, I meet like a new prospect. It's so weird. Like this week, I just went and I got a facial done, and when they're doing my facial, she's like, "Oh my God, I'm just looking to buy a house." So I think it's always like, which makes it so much fun because I'm pretty much my business card and I wear it everywhere. And that's what I really like about it. Like the minute I leave my house every morning, I'm like, I wonder what's going to happen today kind of thing. I never know how my day will end.
Yeah.
And I started one way thinking, oh, I have such a slow day. And then I never grabbed lunch that day because it ended up being so busy, So I don't know, I hope that answered it.
Yes. Do you want to tell us about like an experience of something that happened in real estate during a transaction or something that was kind of not so the usual, normal?
What I want to say is it's really important to pick out a good agent. A lot of deals Dave and I have saved because of our end. A lot of agents just got their license. I don't even know if they truly love what they're doing. And they don't know what they're doing. They don't know when things are due, what forms are due. And literally escrow almost falls. Like right now, we're in an escrow like that. And literally we're holding on by our teeth, trying to make it work. And again, you kind of wear a lot of hats because you don't want your clients to know. You don't want to stress them out over something like this. But in the same time, you get gray hairs, So it's really important to pick a good agent.
Yes.
I mean, not just somebody that's your aunt or your uncle or your kids. That's not going to do it. Somebody that really does it around the clock and not just does it, but loves what they do. And it really shows, I think, too.
So with that said, in your opinion, how do you think a consumer would know the difference between a good agent and not so good agent?
First of all, I think you kind of sense the vibe. If you even go see a house with an agent, just the way they react and if they, just the feel, I don't know. First of all, I think that's right there. More than that, ask questions. I mean, ask how long have they been in the business, how many transactions they've done, just random questions. And I think that would kind of give you an idea. Yeah.
Great. How long are you with Elite?
I don't know, is it 3 years?
I don't know. About 3 years?
I think so.
Okay. So with that said, I want to ask you, what is it that you like about working here?
I love the environment here. First of all, I came from a bigger company where you were just a number. You walked in, nobody really knew who you were. Here, they always know who you are. Second, Orna is like the encyclopedia of real estate. Anything you ask, she has the answer right there, which again, when I came from the big company, any question was like, who do you even go ask? There's nobody there to ask. And I don't know, it feels like home, when you go to your house and it feels like you're comfortable walking in, that's the feel you get here.
That's great. So thank you, Neta.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for being here. Love having you here.
Thank you.
And that's it. Thank you.
Bye.